You walk around thinking you're powerless to change how anyone feels. But what if I told you that your ability to forgive literally brings peace to every mind you encounter? There's a guided meditation coming that will show you exactly how this works. This lesson teaches that through forgiveness, you become a conduit for peace that touches every mind, that you are literally appointed as a means for healing the world. It's addressing the deep human need to matter, to have purpose, by revealing that your most profound contribution isn't what you achieve but how you see others. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's sitting at her desk, staring at another passive-aggressive email from her coworker. You know the kind, wrapped in professional language but dripping with barely concealed hostility. Her chest tightens. Her jaw clenches. That familiar surge of irritation floods through her body. And here's the part we all recognize. Sarah feels completely powerless. Not just about the email, but about everything. What difference does any of it make? She shows up, does her work, goes home. The world keeps spinning with its conflicts and pain, and nothing she does seems to matter. She's just one person in an office, in a city, on a planet of billions. The weight of that meaninglessness sits on her shoulders every single day. We've all been there, haven't we? Looking for purpose in our job titles, our accomplishments, our social media presence. We think if we could just achieve more, produce more, be recognized more, then finally we'd feel like we matter. But even when we get the promotion, even when we hit the milestone, that empty feeling creeps back in. Because we're looking for meaning in all the wrong places. Back to Sarah and that email. Her first instinct is to craft an equally sharp response. She starts typing, each word a small dagger designed to wound just enough to feel satisfying but not enough to get called to hour. She's done this dance before. Attack, defend, repeat. Round and round they go. Two people throwing invisible punches that somehow land in both their chests. But today, something makes her pause. Maybe it's exhaustion from the pattern. Maybe it's a moment of clarity. She looks at the email again and suddenly views something different. Not an attack, but a cry for help dressed up in passive aggression. Not an enemy, but someone struggling just like her. Here's where everything shifts. Sarah is about to discover something that changes not just this moment, but her entire understanding of why she's here. You know, we're all like lighthouses that don't create light, but allow it to flow through unobstructed. The lighthouse doesn't strain or effort, it simply remains clear and steady, and the light naturally reaches every ship that needs it. Think about that for a moment. A lighthouse doesn't chase after ships. It doesn't worry about whether its light is bright enough. It doesn't take it personally when fog rolls in. It just stands there, clear and open. And the light does what light does, it shines. Your forgiveness works the same way. When you stop blocking love with judgment, peace flows through you to places you'll never even know about. And this isn't some mystical concept, it's as practical as breathing. Sarah deletes her sharp response. She takes a breath. Instead of viewing her coworker as the enemy, she chooses, and it is a choice, to view this person as someone who's probably dealing with their own struggles, their own sense of meaninglessness, their own desperate need to matter. She writes a different email. Simple, professional, but without the barbs. She doesn't apologize for things she didn't do. Doesn't pretend the passive aggression wasn't there. She just responds to the actual business at hand with clarity and neutrality. No attack, no defense. Just presence. And here's what Sarah doesn't know. Her coworker reads that email and feels something shift. The armor they'd put on for the day loosens just a bit. They'd been spoiling for a fight, another day of proving their worth through conflict, and instead they got space. Room to breathe. That coworker goes to their next meeting a little less defensive. They listen instead of waiting to pounce. Someone in that meeting feels heard for the first time in weeks. That person goes home and hugs their kid instead of snapping about homework. That kid goes to school the next day and shares their lunch with someone who forgot theirs. You know, the lighthouse doesn't know how far its light travels. Sarah will never know about that kid sharing lunch. But that's not the point. The point is that when she stopped blocking the light with her judgment, when she chose to view differently, peace flowed through her into the world. This is the startling possibility we're talking about. Your inner state affects others more than your actions ever could. When you truly grasp that your forgiveness creates peace that ripples out beyond what you can imagine, you stop taking everything so personally and start viewing every interaction as an opportunity to heal rather than defend. Sarah feels it immediately. That familiar tightness in her chest releases. The irritation that usually lingers for hours just isn't there. She feels lighter, clearer, and somehow, she can't explain it, her coworker appears different in their next interaction too. Less aggressive, less defensive, as if something had been diffused that neither of them could name. This isn't about being a doormat. This isn't about pretending bad behavior is okay. It's about recognizing that your real job in every situation isn't to fix or fight or flee. Your real job is to be the lighthouse, to keep your lens clean so the light can shine through. Think about what this means. Every time you're cut off in traffic, every time someone is rude at the store, every time a family member pushes your buttons, these aren't obstacles to your purpose. They are your purpose. Each moment of choosing forgiveness over attack is a moment where peace enters the world through you. There's a quiet confidence that comes with knowing this. You stop needing everyone to behave perfectly for you to feel okay. You stop waiting for the world to change before you can be at peace. You realize that you've been given the most important job there is, not through what you produce or achieve, but through how you view. Sarah finishes her day differently than she started it. Same office, same tasks, but something fundamental has shifted. She's not carrying everyone else's emotional baggage anymore. She's not responsible for fixing her co-workers' issues or making them view things differently. She's only responsible for keeping her own lens clear. And that feeling she had this morning, that crushing sense that nothing she does matters, it's gone. Because she knows now that every moment of forgiveness, every choice to view with love instead of fear, sends ripples of peace into places she'll never know. She matters not because of what she achieves, but because of what she allows to flow through her. This is what changes when you understand that you're appointed as a means for bringing peace to every mind. Not through grand gestures or perfect words, but through the simple act of forgiveness. Through choosing to view the person in front of you as they really are, not an enemy to defeat, but another lighthouse whose lens might just be a little foggy today. The light wants to shine through you. It's already there, waiting. All you have to do is stop blocking it with judgment, stop dimming it with attack thoughts, Stop covering it with the need to be right. Let the light do what light does. Let peace flow where peace wants to flow. This is your real work in the world. This is why you're here. If you'd like more teachings and guided practices like this, you can like the video and subscribe. And now, we'll move into a short guided meditation. Let yourself settle into this moment. Find a position where your body can be at ease. Let your eyes close if that feels comfortable. Take a breath, not a special breath, just a regular one. Notice how it happens all by itself. You don't have to manage it or make it perfect. Let your shoulders drop. Feel the weight of them releasing down. Your jaw can soften. Your hands can rest. Think of a lighthouse standing by the shore. It doesn't create the light. It simply stands there, clear and open, letting the light shine through. That's all. You are like this lighthouse. Right now, in this moment, you don't need to create anything or fix anything. You can simply be here, open and clear. Bring to mind someone who irritates you, not your worst enemy, just someone who gets under your skin. Picture their face for a moment. Notice any tightness that comes with this image. It's okay. Just notice it. Now notice if you can soften around this person, just a little. You don't have to like them. You don't have to approve of their behavior. Just let your lens clear a bit. Imagine peace flowing through you toward them. Not from you, through you. Like light through a lighthouse. You're not creating it. You're just not blocking it. Feel how this changes something in your chest. A loosening. A lightness. This peace that flows through you touches minds you'll never know. Right now, in this moment, your forgiveness is creating ripples of peace in the world. You don't need to understand how it works. The lighthouse doesn't understand light. It just lets it shine. Rest here for a moment, clear and open. Nothing to fix. Nothing to force, just letting peace flow through you to wherever it needs to go. When you're ready, take another breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Gently open your eyes. Carry this knowing with you. Every moment of forgiveness matters. Every choice to view clearly creates peace in the world. This is your real work. This is why you're here. Thank you for practicing with us today. If you'd like, there's a link to a free digital copy of ACIM in the description. And if this video resonated with you, please comment. I am grateful. Thank you for being here. For taking these few minutes to remember what you've always known deep down, that your peace matters, that your forgiveness heals more than you can imagine. As you go back to your day, be gentle with yourself when you forget, and remember, you're already the lighthouse. The light is already there.